Welcome to OROMIA11 special segments. Tomorrow is November 5th, 2024. It is election day. In today's episode, we are going to talk about local and general elections. What is at stake for immigrant and minority communities in this election cycle? Where do the Muslim communities stand? And more. To talk about CAIR Minnesota and election day, joining me today is Mr. Ismail Ahmed Ismail, current GOTV coordinator for CAIR Minnesota and a former director of community safety at CAIR Minnesota. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ismail and stay tuned for more. Welcome to OROMIA11, Mr. Ismail, and tell us a little about yourself and the work you do with the CAIR Minnesota.
Abdul Nasser, it's a pleasure for me having me in here at OROMIA11. My name is Ismail. I work with CAIR Minnesota. I'm the coordinator of the GOTV. I'm working with the election, helping the community, educating them, and also encouraging them to participate this election session that's going on.
Yeah, thank you. Today we are going to focus on two issues. One is CAIR Minnesota, then we will jump into the election, but let's talk about the CAIR Minnesota.
Absolutely.
What does CAIR Minnesota mean? What is the organization's mission and goals?
So CAIR Minnesota is a civil rights and advocacy organization dedicated to promote justice and understanding in the Muslims, understanding and also educating the Muslims, American Muslim community in Minnesota, specifically in Minnesota.
So is that the missions and the goals of it?
The mission of the goal is we always advocate for community, especially for the Muslim community, and also promote and educate them. So training them, knowing them about their rights, what they do, and mostly advocate for people that feels like their voice or their rights has been taken away from them.
You know, nowadays the dynamics of the community is changing.
Yeah.
Since you have been closely following the issues of Muslim communities about crimes and violations against Muslims committed in America in recent years, is there something you want to share with our audience?
Absolutely, yeah. For the past, especially like 3 years, there has been a lot of Islamophobia and hate crimes in Muslim community that has been increasing. Especially there is a vandalism that has been happening into the mosques. We have seen numerous times that a lot of mosques in Minneapolis, Twin Cities, has been getting attacked, and the surrounding metro area. The increases highly, especially in the past, I'll say like 2-3 months, the vandalism has been going up. I don't know if a lot of people has been seeing it as Masjid Tabian. They recently bought a building in St. Anthony. They've been attacked and their building got vandalized more than 8 times, and they haven't been open yet. So the vandalism in the community has been going, in the community, in Muslim community has been going.
Do you know what is the root cause is?
The causing is mostly the way I see is hate crime, and that is what is mostly causing is the hate of Muslim people that is coming to the community, and we all have to be welcoming and close to each other. So hating each other is not the good thing.
Is there something that Muslim communities has to do to change the narratives?
Absolutely. There is always be vigilant, always be invite others, be welcoming fairly. But mostly our community, the one thing I will say is be very vigilant of the hate crimes that's going on. We've been seeing a lot of hate crimes that is happening in our community. So the one encouraged thing that we mostly tell and educate people is to be very vigilant, call the police right away. A lot of community members seek help to us, mostly in CAIR Minnesota. When it comes to a lot of vandalism, there's a story I can tell you is there's a mother that been attacked in a gas station, and she called the police, but because she was afraid and the emotion that she had at that time, she wasn't able to share the entire information. After she called us, when a community member told that what CAIR does into her. And she called CAIR and she explained everything to us. We seen the incident as a hate crime, and it was hate crime. And we had to call the police again, and then the police has to come, do a lot of investigation, a lot of things. Luckily, we was able to resolve. Police was able to apprehend the person and talk to her. It was another lady that attacked her on the gas station. So morally educating our community and making them comfortable to know about their rights, and also be very vigilant when hate crime is happening all over America. But our community, the one message I will send is to be very vigilant.
You know, we have to jump into the election because tomorrow is election day, November 5th.
Absolutely.
So let's talk about what is your role in 2024 US election. Is there anything in relation to the elections you guys are doing?
Absolutely. So we are doing a lot of great things. We are going over to the community. Ismail, I'm the GOTV coordinator at CAIR Minnesota. I have been tabling and encouraging and talking to the community members around in a lot of in Muslim population areas. I have been to St. Cloud, Rochester, Faribault, Mankato, and all over Twin cities, mostly in the mosques, tabling them and encouraging people to go out and vote.
So we have been covering about election this year, but we did not talk about specifically about the Muslim communities.
Absolutely.
What can you see?
So most of the time when I table in a lot of different mosques in around Twin Cities and also greater Minnesota, most questions I've been hearing is what a lot of things that we have seen is a lot of people in our community, especially the Muslim community, are very focusing on this election, and they have their eyes on it. Most of the community, when we table, they say, oh, we know the election is coming up. It's November 5th. Everybody's saying November 5th. And loudly, our Muslim community is very close and have eyes on the election.
So in views of the current political crisis in the world, you know, there is a lot going on around the world. Yes. And it impacts yes. election in USA too.
Absolutely.
What is the status of the Muslim community's stance on the U.S. election? So, like, is the narratives changing from the previous one or still there?
Absolutely. So as I was tabling a lot of different places, I have seen a lot of different community members that had walked up to me and talked to me about the genocide that is going on, which is that one thing that we cannot avoid and that is going on outside the country. But mostly, a lot of our community cares about the issues that is going on here in Minnesota. So what I'm encouraging into a lot of community members in Minnesota is to go out and vote on election day, or either they can do early as today. Mostly when it comes into general of what is going on, it's very important to also talk about the issues that we are having in Minnesota and also as in America. This election cycle, mostly as a CAIR and as a GOTV coordinator, what I have been doing is to educate and teach other community members about their rights as a citizen of the United States, as a Minnesotan. What is their rights when it comes into election? What is the things that they can avoid? What is the things that they can look? And mostly this year is a very great news for the Muslim community in Minnesota. In different locations, there's going to be a Hmong and also Somali and Oromo and English, Amharic too. And there's going to be a ballots that is going to be translated into our own language. That is, especially in Cedar Riverside neighborhood, there is going to be a ballot in Oromo language, in Somali language, and also in different languages in Hispanic. That's going to be provided, which is going to be a phenomenal thing for our community this year. You
know, because of the politics going on around the world, people have different thinking. Some of them are, they decided to not to vote. Some of them changing, who to vote for. There is a lot of stuff, going on.
Absolutely.
What is your advice on this? What should the community focus on more?
So I've been actually getting a lot more in that question. The one message I always tell the community, and also I'm sending out today, is no matter what's going on today, it's really very important to go out and vote. This election cycle will depend, this voting will depend on, or either people's vote will depend on, in our education, healthcare, and also empowering our youth in the future. We need to go out and vote. It doesn't matter who we vote for, it doesn't matter which party we choose, but we need to go out and show our presence and vote for our rights. A lot of community members, the question that they have is, which party should I vote for? We always tell them as a nonpartisan, you have to do a lot of research and find out which party to vote for, which you care, what's your rights, what's the things that you are very curious, what the things that you are missing, that you want other people or other parties to advocate for you. But we want people to go out and vote and know their rights when they're voting.
Do you have any tips for the day of election for the public?
Absolutely. So
what should they do, and what should they do, and what they shouldn't?
So one of the things is, morely I've been telling community members to avoid carrying signs or either any political parties signers, or either logos or either t-shirts that they're wearing, to avoid all of that. And mostly what I've been telling community members, when they go out to vote, knowing their rights there in each polling location. And mostly this year, what I've been morely telling people that a lot of people, when I told them, I found out they've been a little bit very surprised about it, was if you are in a line by 8 p.m. in election day, you have the right to go and vote. You cannot get out the light because the polling place is closed. You have the right to go if you are in the line by 8 p.m. when the polling closes. A lot of different places, polling might close early depending on the locations. But if you are in the line when the polling places is closing, you are able to go out and vote.
So at the end, is there anything else you want to add that our audiences should hear?
Absolutely. So I'm sending out this to our community, and I'm saying, go out and vote. This voting election will change a lot of things, and it depends on in our education, in our healthcare, in a lot of different things. Even if you are not trying to vote for a presidential election, we want you to vote for a local, focus into a lot of different things that you care about. But most importantly, we want our community member to go out and vote.
Thank you, Mr. Ismail, for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We have now come to the end of our special segment. Tomorrow is November 5th, 2024. It is election day. Don't forget to go out and vote. Thank you for watching OROMIA11. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more.